taken me a few minutes to turn the camera on, and I'm not even sure what to say. And I almost said I'm not sure what I want to say, but I really do know what I want to say. What I want to say is a thank you. That words, there's no combination of words I think that I'm going to be able to find that will be suitable for the amount of thanks I want to put out there. A few weeks ago, there was a fire at my house just after Christmas. It was a big fire, and it spread really fast. I usually use LED candles, and I was trying to get into a Christmas spirit. I'd been having personal challenges, and it wasn't a very festive holiday for me this year, and I was just trying to have a beautiful candelabra, and I put some candles in them. And it's changed my life. I lost 7 birds in that fire. I'm still having trouble comprehending that they're gone. I can't look at a banana right now or an apple without. The fire spread very fast, and I have 2 dogs also. And one of them, Dingo, he was my first rescue. I've always raised puppies. I was washing my face and getting ready to go to bed when this happened, and he came into the bathroom, and there was a look in his eye of deep concern. And then I think I heard some crackling, and I thought, do I smell smoke? And I rushed out of the bathroom, and the chair was already on fire, flames up to shoulder height, and kept thinking, smother, don't fan, smother, don't fan, but it was too big already. Maybe I got burnt then, I don't know. I didn't remember feeling any burns when this was going on. There's so many, I keep thinking back of so many things I should have, could have, would have done. I tried to get water to put on, and I kept slipping and falling. I must have fallen 4 or 5 times. I was panicked. I remember seeing Spyder on the couch still. She's such a scaredy cat. I feel nauseous as I'm saying. And I should have gone directly to her and just taken her by the collar and said, Spyder, let's go. We gotta get out of the house, let's go. And I know she would have come with me, but I kept trying to put out the fire. And for such a big fire, it was so bright, And then suddenly it went black in that house, and I couldn't see in front of my face. And then I really panicked, because now I didn't know where Spyder was. I couldn't see, and the furniture was melting. It was just disappearing around me, so I was losing my orientation of the room. I couldn't find her, and she was so quiet. I don't know where she was. And I just panicked, and I think I probably scared her. I probably scared her because I was yelling her name like in hysteria, because the house was burning and it was pitch black. Couldn't see a thing. And I kept reaching out for her, and she wasn't where I had seen her last. And then I remember I was panting, and I took in a big breath, and it seared. It just was so hot. It seared my lungs, and then I left. I started trying to back out of the room. I've lived in that house over 10 years, and it's only a small little beach house, and I wasn't sure where the door was to get to the safe exit. And I remember I held my breath because I knew I couldn't take another one of those hot sears. And I left my dog. I couldn't find her, and I ran out of the house. Once I could breathe, I couldn't even yell for help. It was like a horror movie. Like there was no breath. It was fire, 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 please, someone call fire department. And I went around the side where I thought she would have retreated into the kitchen, and we have these beautiful windows, double paned. And they were all locked. No matter how hard I banged on those windows, I could not break them, and there was nothing around to use to break them. And my neighbors think they must have been away for Christmas, and I kept yelling for Billy, such a big guy. I know he would have been able to just blow down that door or take down that window for me, but and I ran around the front because I knew I couldn't get in there now. And then the windows all started popping from the heat, and they started breaking. One of the neighbors had a hose, but she was squirting the roof, and I knew where Spyder was, at least in general, inside, and I took the hose from her, and I got up in the window then, and I was trying. I heard her. I'm so sorry. I heard her crying out like that pain yelp. Because I knew the fire was on her. I'm so sorry. And people were yelling, get back away from the building, and like, water was the only thing I could do to help. And I just remember the firemen coming. They pulled me away from the building. I wanted to keep the water on until they were in with their own water, you know. And pulling me back toward the ambulance. And I want to thank the firemen because I just remember hearing those, such a big heavy door we had. And this reminds me, those firemen with their hatchets on the door, breaking down the door. It just reminds me of the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz when Dorothy's time is running out. And the Tin Man takes it down the door, and he takes it down with his hatchet, and the fireman did that for me in Spyder. They went in the house and they put out the flames, and I knew she was dead. I just knew. I didn't think it, I just knew she was dead, and I felt... And I wanted to stay with her. I feel like my body drove me out of the house. And I'm not sure if she was breathing or not. I heard she wasn't breathing, and she was so close to death. And they came, and I remember being in the ambulance and wanting to get out of the ambulance, and police were trying to keep me in the ambulance. And I was back in the ambulance again, and I just thought, she's dead. She's dead. And this man came in a fireman, his jacket and a helmet, and he had an urgent look on his face, and it's important, it was like a life at risk, and he said, "She's alive. Do you want us to take her to the vet?" And I said, yes, please get her to the vet. Thank you to the firemen for getting her out. Dingo. Nine. Quiet. I know. Quiet. There's some dogs playing outside. I'm at a hotel that accepts dogs, and my one dog, Dingo, is here with me. Come here, Dingo. Here's Dingo. He's the only one who didn't get burned. He's there. Oh, you don't have to do that with the dogs playing. Why don't you come over here? Excuse me for a moment. Come here, Dingo. Come here, baby. I'm making a recording, okay? So, in a minute, I'll be right back, okay, Dingo? I don't want to work on it. He's a rescue boy, so he's got a couple of issues here and there, and I'd rather finish making this tape. And I just been very depressed lately, and wanted to come home and start my things, because there's a lot of thanking that I want to give. And a really cool chick named Eveline offered me a ride up to the veterinary clinic, where a really cool vet, Dr. Schubert, that I knew years ago, had the honor of meeting, has been taking care of my girl, Spyder. And I haven't been able to afford to get to see her. My car got towed right before the fire, and it's a long story. Aren't they all? But Eveline, who's never met me before, called me and offered to come down all the way from, I don't know where I was, Vista, Oceanside, up north, a good ride. And she offered to come down and get me on her day off and bring me up to see Spyder. I've only seen Spyder once, when she was at the veterinary clinic nearby. And when I saw her just a couple of days after the accident, they brought her into a examination room and put a blanket down on the floor for me to visit with her, and we both fell asleep, and I hear that I slept there for a few hours with her. Felt like 2 minutes. I was so tired. I still am. I'm pretty tired. Evelyn offered to come down and get me and bring me up to see Spyder. And I got to see her today. Thank you, the entire universe. Thank you. Because, you know, to feel responsible for that beautiful soul having to leave this earth in such a way, and with me saving myself without saving her. And the pain she went through, I know how the little burns that I got hurt me. Thank you to the universe for saving there's a lot of, I come near a dog beach, so there's a lot of dogs playing and talking outside. Thank you to the universe for saving my girl Spy. Thank you to the firemen who came and broke down that door and got into her, that impenetrable door that I couldn't get. And even if I did, I wasn't able to withstand what was going on in the house. And neither could she, you know. Thank you. Thank you to everyone. I just found out today, really, what's going on. I'm not sure how long it's been since the fire. I've been a little fuzzy. Thank you to everyone who's given money towards Spyder's care. She's needed a lot of care. Thank you for every nickel cent. Thank you to the person who sent $1,000. Thank you to everyone in between for helping a very beautiful dog. A very sweet, sweet, sweet dog. Thank you for helping her. Thank you to Evelyn for my ride today. Thank you to Dr. Schubert for the talented hands and brain and huge heart for working on an impossibly burnt dog. Thank you to all the employees at Shadow Ridge. What an inspiration that's been today for me to stop feeling sorry for myself and to try to recover. Thank you to the Red Cross for starting me off with all my pink clothes. And thank you to the woman, I don't know who it was even, in the burn unit at the hospital. I heard she went shopping just specifically for me, and I love my sneakers. They're really cool. Thank you for everyone. I don't know what hospital I was at now that I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure where I was. Thank you for everyone. Thank you for everyone in the emergency room when I was a little hysterical, or a lot hysterical, and I just kept telling me it was going to be okay. I didn't feel any pain. I didn't even know why I was there. All I knew is I took in one bad breath and that hurt, you know, but it was done, but it wasn't done, you know. I burnt my lungs. So I guess I did need to be there. My jewelry melted into my neck. Some of my clothes melted on my belly a bit, my hands. My nose had gotten burnt, my ears. The end of my ponytail burnt. But I didn't feel hurt, you know, I just felt hysterical. Thank you for dealing. It was so cool. Thank you. Thank you to the cab drivers that took me from the hospital to that first hotel I was in. Thank you to my landlord for not being mad at me and for saying over and over that all that matters is that I'm okay. Thank you. And he gave me money after his house is burned down. He ends up giving me money, and now I'm going to have money to get a coaster ticket so I can go see Spyder, because it's been horrible not being able to see her. So, oh, and thank you, I heard, there's a burn hospital or something out, thinking Anza Borrego or Desert or something. They donated like a special, they're not Band-Aids, I don't know what to call them, but for her burns that aren't even available for veterinary practices, I hear. So thank you. Someone else, I think I heard, I can't even record all this, someone donated the antibiotics that she's going to need, and because, you know, she's English Mastiff, Great Dane, and Saint Bernard. She's a big girl. She needs a lot of medicine. And they donated a huge box of this. I wouldn't even be able to afford that, you know, just even that. I would. So, I just want to start my thanks today as I come home from seeing Spyder for the second time and getting to hold her. And she ate some sandwiches for me. We had ham sandwich, and I learned that she does not like smoked cheese. And she wanted to come home. I took her out the toilet. She's walking. She's very skinny. And I'm hoping now that I'll be able to go up regularly to see her. Maybe we can put some weight on, and they're working hard to put the weight on her. I think they're starting a feeding tube on her just in case it's... But if I ever said a thank you in my life, and to so many people, like, I don't even understand it. I don't feel deserving of it, but I know that dog is deserving of it. I know Spyder is deserving of it. I know. And Dr. Shebert suggested that maybe we go volunteer and go around to hospitals, and when she's better, she will be better, because that hospital is just awesome. Just awesome. Shadow Ridge Veterinary Clinic. Every single person there. And so today I came home with a purpose. And now that's my first, you know, will be one of the parts of my life as I rebuild a life. And Julie, who has done all this fundraising, she works with pit bulls. Can't forget her. Okay, whoever I've forgotten, please forgive me. Again, this is just a start for my thanks, because Thank you for saving my dog, Spyder. Thank you for saving my dog, Spyder. And I know I'll be able to sleep better once she comes home, because we spoon together every night. So thank you. Thank you very much, every single one of you, from every nickel and every dollar and every prayer and every kind word and every favor. My neighbor Heather, who got me started on everything and got me here. Thank you to everyone. Thank you so much. I'm going to be seeing the whole world differently now. You know, whoa, there's so much good in people and so much beauty. Thank you for opening my eyes in the darkest times. Thank you so much. And I don't want to take any more of your time. Don't enough. But I'm hoping maybe someone will help me get this on the internet. Or Facebook, I think, is where a lot of people are following Spyder. And just needed to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for the rest of my days, for being good to my dog and opening my eyes in my heart.